Euro USD live Tuesday the 10th of Tuesday the 8th of October 2024 market direction with entry, stop loss, and the take profit. And remember, on this very live stream, I'll be having a free giveaway, so be sure to stick around so that you do not miss out on that. Welcome guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Tuesday morning right here in my hometown. It's right now 8:30 a.m. and it's a beautiful morning here in East Africa. So in the chats, let me know exactly where you are watching me from, and in case you happen to get some value from this live stream, please do not forget to leave a like on it. You can go ahead and tap that like button because this enables this live stream reach more people out there so that they get this kind of information. So thank you so much for joining me right now. You know that every Monday to Friday I get onto these live streams to basically be able to share what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. Now, if you do not know, the Euro USD is the world's most traded pair. I mean, so many people love trading this pair. And for me, the number one reason must be because Europe and the United States, there are so many transactions that happen between these two continents, and basically necessitating the high volumes of transactions that happen between these two continents. So thank you. Welcome to whoever's joining right now. Thank you for joining. Thank you for always taking your time to join me every morning. My local time, that's 8:30 a.m. my local time. Or if you're using the New York time, that's exactly at 1:30 a.m. So I appreciate you taking time and basically joining me to be able to get to know exactly what the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. So yeah, so I do this every Monday to Friday. It's something I love doing. What I believe, or what I'm basically looking at in the market. I always like to share what I believe is going to be like on the direction of the day for the Euro USD. Now, for me to be able to share this, I use my 50 win rate strategy, and this gives me a 1-to-4 risk-to-reward ratio. So it's a very profitable strategy. So if you're someone out there and you do not have a strategy to trade, definitely this could be a strategy that you take yourself home with. And basically, you do not have to just take my word for it. When you go back, you need to backtest the strategy and make sure it actually works, or basically make it your very own. If there are any minor tweaks you need to make, you can go ahead and make them. But it is a free strategy that I'm going to be sharing right here on the live stream. So be sure to stick around, hang around for that, so that you do not miss that out. So if you're someone out there that maybe lacks clarity when it comes to the daily bias, definitely this is the live stream you should always be catching every morning, my local time, that's East African time, at exactly 8:30 a.m. So that's Monday to Friday. So we are going to be getting into that, but before I even get into that, usually there's some kind of routine I go through even before I actually jump onto the screen. There's some kind of routine I like to go through, and one of those things I like to do is basically checking out what the fundamentals for the day are like. So for me to do this, I usually most of the times I use a website called forexfactory.com, and this is the website I like to use to basically be able to tell what the fundamentals of the day look like. Now, for me, I'm not someone who trades news because I know so many people out there that trade news events, but I'm someone who does not trade news events. What I basically do is basically getting to know exactly the time these news events are going to be dropping, especially the red folder news events. I like to know exactly the time these red folder news events are going to be dropping, and then what I do next is basically manage my trades through these news events. So if there is a news event going to happen, I like to know exactly what time that news event, particular news event will be happening or will be dropping, and then 5 minutes before these news events drop, I'd like to actually, get onto the chart, then move my stops to break even so that I don't get slipped. Because if you are a trader or if you know one or two things about trading, you know that as these news events, especially the red folder news events, as they drop, many of the brokers that we use, they tend to widen their spreads, and you might end up, getting slipped on your particular trade that you're currently in, more than you hardly anticipated to risk on that particular trade. If you, let's say, predetermined to risk maybe 10 pips on that particular trade, you might end up, getting slipped 10 or 15 pips more than what you earlier anticipated. So for you to avoid all this fiasco, what I advise you do is actually move your stop at least 5 minutes to the news event dropping. 5 minutes to the news event, you should be moving your stop to break even as a way to actually manage your trade better. Because once this news drops, if you're in that particular trade and the news drops, if the trade happens to go your way, fine, it will hit TP very fast. But if it goes against you, then most of the times you're going to end up getting slipped massively. So you don't want price to come wake you out with huge slippage, and then maybe even goes to your early target. So most of the times, once it comes to take you out, if you have full risk on, you're going to be, massively getting slipped. So you don't want this to happen to you. So what I advise or what I urge most of my students is to basically move their stop losses to break even. So this way, even when the price comes, takes you out, the slippage won't be as much. So try and put this into your mind, because it will save you. I'm telling you, it will save you. You can obviously take this advice or not, but it's basically something I always advise, because it's going to save you a lot. I'm telling you, it will save you a lot of headache. So for today, which is the 8th of October 2024. So what do we have when it comes to the news events? You can see that for me, I actually filtered this website forexfactory.com to only share or show me the red folder news events. So how I did that, I basically came to the filter function right here, and then I was able to filter to only show me the red folder news events, as you can see right there. So I'm interested in all events, but red folder news events only. Then obviously the pair I trade, the forex pair trade is Euro USD. So I basically checked Euro and then also checked the USD. So basically, this is what it is. And for today, the 8th of October 2024, we do not have any red folder news event. So what does this mean? I won't be worried in any way throughout the day. So if I happen to get it set up, I'll calmly stay through my entire trade. If it goes to TP, fine and good. If it goes against me, fine and good. I'll be okay with that. So I don't have to be on the chart when the news is dropping for me to maybe move my stop to break even. I don't have to do any of that. So basically, this is it when it comes to the fundamentals of the day. And so without any further ado, let's get onto the charts to see exactly what I'll be looking at for today. Now, when it comes to the strategy I trade, it is a very simple strategy. It is a very simple strategy that I believe even a beginner or someone who is just new to this trading industry or someone who is new to the Euro USD can be able to trade. Symbolizes the previous, excuse me, It's a day that actually utilizes the previous day's price action. Now, when I talk about previous day, you can clearly see I'm on the 1 hour time frame right here. So on the previous day, what I like to look out for are what I like to call areas of interest or an area of interest. This can be either an order block, or this could be a fair value gap, or this can be an equal high or equal low. So basically, these are the areas of interest I like to look out for. And basically, when you see here, when we look at the high of the day yesterday, yesterday was the 7th of October 2024. Right here, this was its high of the day, and this has just been taken out, which is okay. So what do I look out for now? As the session opens, I like to actually wait for price to take out the Asian, since we've already taken out the high of the day yesterday. Now all I'm going to is the price coming and taking out the high of the Asian session today. So let me mark out that high for the time being. Momentarily, that's our high of the Asian session right now. So that is at 1.09871. So I'm looking at price taking out that high, which is it is still within the high from yesterday. So once price comes, takes out that high, then I'll be looking to actually trade in the reverse. I'm looking to actually go short right there. So this is what I mean. I'm waiting for price to take out this Asian session. Once it has taken it out, then so that's scenario number one. That's one thing I'm looking to do today in the market. But if this doesn't happen this way, let's say if price comes all the way down here, this is a longer short, obviously. If price comes all the way down, takes out the low from yesterday, or maybe back that out. Let me explain the entire story now. When you look at the low of yesterday, the low from yesterday, this was the low of the day yesterday. As price was trying to expand to the upside, it actually changed character right here, forming an order block right there. So I remember we said our areas of interest can either be an order block from the previous day, an order block. It can be a fair value gap, or equal highs or equal lows. So what do we have? So from yesterday on the lower side, we can see there's a big order block that was formed right there. So what do? I basically wait for price, because price sometimes loves running these order blocks. I would wait for it to come, take out this low from yesterday, and then once it has taken it out, it takes out that low from yesterday, and then once it has taken it out, I'll be looking to actually go long in that position. So basically, these are the two areas I'm looking at, or these are the two key levels I'm looking at. So level number one is this right here at 1.09871. Then the other level is this right here at 1.09542. So once price gets to any of these levels, this is when I would be interested to actually take a position in the market. Now, for me to make my entry, usually once price gets to any of those levels, for me to make an entry, what I like to do is basically drop down to the 5-minute time frame, and this is where I take or basically make my entries. Now, on the 5-minute time frame, what I like to look out for is what I call an inversion fair value gap. An inversion fair value gap is basically a situation price comes a bullish fair value gap, then a bearish price candle comes and covers that bullish fair value gap, I call this an inversion fair value gap, but this is going to be on the 5-minute time frame because that's where I'm looking to actually make my entry. Now, this is what I'm trying to show you, or basically trying to tell you what an inversion fair value gap is. So, for example, if we had, let me try. If we had this entire fair value gap right here by this bearish candle, we have a bearish candle right here, this big candle right here. Let me try and zoom in so that you're able to see it very well. So we have this bearish candle right here, this big bearish candle. Then what did price do? We have this bullish candle that came and closed or overlapped this this thing there. So we had a fair value gap right here, a bullish candle right here came and closed it. So basically what an inversion fair value gap is exactly that. So that's what I call an inversion fair value gap. So once it forms on the 5-minute time frame, then this is when I'd like to take a position in the market. Now, when it comes to my stop loss, I like to use 10 pips as my stop loss, and the take profit, I always use 30 pips as my TP. And obviously, most times I like to squeeze this to a 1 to 4 to be able to basically make some extra profits from the market, because who doesn't need some extra money? I'm sure you would also use some extra money. You never know, it might be able to pay a bill or two, you know, in your day-to-day runnings. So basically this is what I'm going to be looking at for today. In case you do have some questions for me, you can go ahead and leave those questions down in the comment section. I'll be gladly answering you back, because if you know me very well, I like to answer each and every question that you guys pose to me. So so basically this is what I'm going to be looking at. And remember, you need to manage your risk well. Do not over risk on your trades, because once you start doing that, I'm telling you, you will never become profitable. So try and be a good trader. You know, this game is all about you protecting your capital. If you can't protect your capital, definitely you will not stay long in this game. So try and protect capital as much as you can. So basically this is what I'm looking at for today. Hope you guys are following. Hope you guys are seeing exactly what I'm seeing on my end. And in case you are, let me know down in the comments exactly how you're going to be trading on this beautiful day, the 8th of October 2024. Guys, also remember, as you execute, do not make some of those minor execution errors. I see so many people, because of maybe panicking or something, you know, instead of maybe tapping buy, they tap sell. You know, maybe they are panicking and they end up making these schoolboy errors. Do not make such mistakes, because if you keep making these mistakes, I'm telling you, you will not become profitable. Try and be very cautious as you trade. Do not rush things. Let price come to you. Do not run for it. Let price come to you. So pay good attention to detail so that you don't make such minor errors, guys. So this is it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. In case you did enjoy this particular live stream, please like the live stream, share it with a friend as well, subscribe to the channel, because this really helps this get you taking your time every Monday to Friday to basically join me as I share with you guys what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like. So thank you so much for joining me. Have yourselves a great trading day. Bye.